Lawsuits are just part of doing business. It is 10:30 at night, the night before a deposition. I have a deposition tomorrow. My attorney and I are flying to another town to depose the person that's suing me. The guy's a wackadoodle, and there's a certain percentage of people you do business with that they're nuts. This guy is not spending his own money. He is spending the money of an association, a homeowners association. I'm the developer. I'm the declarant. I didn't start the project. I am the successor declarant. I bought the declarant rights from the original developer. The original project was about 2/3 completed, and I came in and bought the remaining lots, about 1/3, exactly 1/3 of the project, and started developing it. Well, the owners that had lived there for a period of time didn't like the idea that there was new development going in. They liked the open space. They thought it was theirs. Well, it's not theirs. It was somebody else's lots, and I bought those lots. And now, after a long, drawn-out deal, it's about 5 years into the subdivision, I'm about sold out, and they file a lawsuit against me. They're not spending their own money. In the last number of years, they've spent 70 grand of association's money, which is not their own. It's the association. Retirees pay a monthly due each month to handle the association's affairs and business. In the 5 years prior to me arriving, the association spent under $1,700 in legal fees. Since I've been there, they've spent over 70 grand in legal fees, fighting me for all different kinds of stuff. It's nuts. My point behind this video is, when you are involved in a lawsuit, you have to do the work. If you think an attorney is gonna handle everything for you, you are mistaken. They're great. I've got a great attorney. She's a crack shot. She's very good. But she's not doing the work. I'm here. She might be working on her deposition preparation, but I'm preparing. I have a stack of documents that I've gone through and tabbed and came up with my own questions that I would ask this guy we're deposing tomorrow. I'll take that with me in the morning when I catch a flight at 5 a.m. And as the time is appropriate through the day, I'll be handing her paperwork that outline what the document is, why it's important, and the questions I would ask related to that. She may ask some of my questions, she'll come up with some of her own. My point is, it takes work. You cannot turn over a case to an attorney. Matter of fact, that's what these people did, the ones that are suing me. They turn over to an attorney and cut him a blank check. It's crazy. He's just gonna run and do things willy-nilly. Number one goal of most attorneys, not all, but most attorneys, is to ensure they get a paycheck next month. And the only way to ensure they get a paycheck next month is to bill. And so their motivation is to bill. The CC&Rs, that's the restrictions. Whenever you move into a community, not always, but usually, there's CC&Rs that are recorded on the property, and you agree to adhere to those CC&Rs. They outline the agreement of the association and the agreement of the people that live there. Even subdivisions without an association oftentimes have CC&Rs that outline some behavior. Our CC&Rs call for mediation in advance of filing a lawsuit. Did they follow that? No, they did not. Did their attorney counsel them against it? I don't know. They agreed to it when they moved into the community. They agreed, if there's a dispute, we're gonna go to mediation first. They ignored that. They're really not, they're not business owners. They're retirees that have moved into a community, and they have a little bit of authority, or they suppose they do, and they are wielding it. You're supposed to also call a meeting with all the members of the community to say, we're thinking of filing a lawsuit. These are the benefits. These are the downside. If we win, this will happen. If we lose, this will happen. And this is what it's going to cost. Did they do that? No. They just go out and spend 70 grand of these retirees' money. It's nuts. But it's part of doing business, and I will not lose any sleep over it. When I'm done here, I got about another 20 minutes or so. I'll be out of here by 11 p.m. I'm gonna go home and I'm gonna sleep soundly like a little baby. And then I'll wake up around 4 o'clock and head to the airport. I'll probably fall asleep on the plane. My mouth will probably be open and I'll be a spectacle, but I will arrive refreshed and ready to take on the day. My point behind this video is lawsuits are part of doing business, and don't let it get you down. I've had a number of them. I've been the plaintiff, I've been the defendant. It's just part of business. You can't go around punching people in the face if they try to hose you in business. That's what litigation is for. I've avoided a lot of lawsuits by sending a nasty letter from my attorney, and then other times I've had lawsuits. I've won big ones. I've lost a couple of bummers that I wish I hadn't lost, and I gave up maybe a little too soon. I'm still mad at myself for not appealing. There's certain aspects where if you lose, you can appeal it and keep right on going, and I chose not to. I wrote a check and moved on and went about my business. Prepare for trial. Prepare yourself. Do not expect your attorney to handle everything, because it's probably the 80-20 rule, like anything else. 20% of the attorneys are fantastic and 80% of them suck. So assume you have one that sucks and prepare. One time was at lunch and I was having lunch with my attorney. And I got a telephone call from a business mentor of mine. And I said, hey man, I can't talk with you. I'm at lunch with my attorney. And he's probably charging me $250 for this hour we're at lunch anyhow. So I gotta let you go. And my mentor said, oh, one question before you go. Why did you hire such a cheap attorney? Good point. I thought it was hilarious, but he did make a good point. You want to have an attorney that is that knows their stuff. There are some that are. It's a day of specialization. I have an attorney I'm working with right now, fairly young gentleman, but he's really good at writing contracts. I have him writing 2 different deals for me right now. But litigation or litigation is different than trial work. I one time called my trial attorney a litigator, and he got mad at me. He said, I am not a litigator, I'm a trial attorney. There's a difference. Litigator grinds you through the paperwork process, and then when it comes time to it, they wimp out and don't go to trial. And they hope they've ground you down during the litigation process. This other attorney that I have is a trial attorney. He doesn't go through the grind. He just waits and smokes you at the trial. He's very good. So those are my thoughts on litigation. I'm a little wired. It's 10:30 at night and I'm a little wired. Hopefully I can get to bed. It will not be out of anxiousness that I don't fall asleep. It will not be because I'm nervous. It will be because I'm excited and I have adrenaline flowing through me, because I am going to chew this guy up and spit him out. I have a number of different exhibits to put in front of him and drill down his idiocy. Is that a proper use of the term, idiocy? I think it is. The guy's an idiot. I better not create a libelous statement or slanderous. Libelous is when it's written. Slanderous is when it's spoken. I haven't said his name, so I can call him an idiot. Peace. Victory. That's what that is. That's not peace. That's victory. And I'll catch you on the flip side. See you. Bye.